Hello, friends. As we approach the 1 year anniversary of our awareness of COVID spreading around the globe and then changing our lives so dramatically, I find myself thinking more and more about what life was like before and remembering that with this bittersweet combination of wishing it were like that again, grieving that it is not so now, wondering, will it ever be like that again? Knowing that we won't go back to the way it was, and also knowing that we will move into a time when we will be able to gather in person again. We can feel that coming in the air with the vaccine as it spreads. But I'm thinking today about this act of remembering what was then, not as some distant thing disconnected from today, but as something that we carry with us now, even now. Because the word remembering is remembering, bringing these parts together, bringing the past forward in a way that creates a new wholeness that includes what was with what is and carries it forward toward what will be. This is the profound work of remembering. I was recently talking to someone who had been in a serious car accident several months ago, and she is now facing the task of relearning how to walk. And she described this task as saying she is remembering the leg that she has not been able to stand on for months and remembering it to her body, joining it back to her body again as a part of her body that will again be able to bear weight, although likely in a new way, not in the same way that it used to. So I am thinking about how each of us has this task, especially now as we cross the anniversary of our pandemic lives. We have this task of remembering what life was like before the pandemic and joining it to what it is like now and carrying that forward to how we will imagine ourselves into and grow into the way it will be. So I invite you, if you would like, to write about this, just with this simple prompt, I remember. Follow that wherever it leads you in an act of remembering that may include grief, may include frustration, anger, despair, but also let it include some hope for a new wholeness that you will discover as you remember the past. Bring it into the present. Carry all of that forward to the future. As I close, I want to share with you an excerpt from the poem by Joy Harjo called Remember. She writes this: remember the sun's birth at dawn, that is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away to night. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. Remember your father. He is your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are, red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth. We are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, who all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them, listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origin of this universe. Remember that you are all people and all people are you. Remember that you are this universe and that this universe is you. Remember that all is in motion, is growing, is you. Remember that language comes from this. Remember the dance that language is, that life is. Remember. Take good care, friends. Remember this day, that we are here together. Take good care. Be steady. Be strong. Be well.